Let's talk about Farah Maalim. This is the guy that was quoted regretting that he was not the president of Kenya, because if he were, amidst the Gen Z protest, he would have mowed down 5,000 children every day and to retain power. And such statements by politicians are what are inadvertently showing the character of Ruto, whom, despite what we might think about him, is really considerate person, I'm sorry to say, because far less people have died. And let's talk about the political class or the ruling class. The statement by Mr. Maalim, who is a senior politician in this country, deputy head of Wiper Party, one of the most significant parties in Kenya, and one-time deputy speaker of the National Assembly. And let's think about the connections that Mr. Maalim have in the government and what he can make happen if he wanted to. And probably let's take his statement as being a culmination of what he has heard other people say, maybe administrators or people in security services. So maybe it has become agreed within these circles that these protests needed to be quelled in a very violent way, and maybe it's the president who has been resisting. We don't know yet, but it's something that we can think about. So for that, even in the context of that other guy of the Uber stories and KFC, it is clear, or maybe we can start thinking about that maybe Ruto is the moderating force. He's the one who is preventing things from being very worse for the protesters. It's something that we can think about. It's just an opinion. But if, and which is a great possibility, that there are people, think about it, if there are people in the administration or security or in parliament that happens to have Mr. Maalim's views, to hold such views, then maybe we can start thinking of what being plotted against the youth, and or maybe what was probably planned or proposed and was not achieved, probably due to the leadership of the president or the top leadership of the government. Let's just think about it. It's just way of thinking. Let's think in that direction. So I think we are in a very dicey situation as a country, and it is worrying concerning what some people think should be done, and we cannot know really who is in control, but luckily at least fewer people have died. But this is me thinking Mr. Maalim is giving advice close to what I think somebody may have given to Siad Barre or Farah I did then, and that's why these have no countries. Yeah. So no matter whatever the supremacist mind that Mr. Maalim may have concerning these people or others, I would like to remind him, or I think it is fair to remind him, that Mr. Ruto, with all his weaknesses, will emerge through these things with a country, as in he has been able to go through these very hard phases of disquiet, some of which we have really aired against the government, some of which is not his doing. He found it there. We cannot blame him for all the shortfalls that we've been protesting against. So no matter what we think about him, he's likely to pull through the state through this thing successfully, that we will come through with a united country. That's Kenya. Otherwise, if he was to follow the ideas being flaunted by the people like Maalim and others, then the end might be very dire for us. And I think maybe he or other conservative people in the government who think in evaluating things and not overreacting are probably the reason why we still have a Kenya still, that it has not gone bust like Maalim's, in line with Maalim's proposal, which is, for lack of better term, pathetic and sad, and I don't know, maybe medieval for this age. But that is only Simon's perspective. Yeah, what do you think? Like, share, and subscribe.